It's good old Modern Times beer. Since they're the closest brewery to us, we always share stuff. So they're nice enough to bring beer. We're kind of assholes. We forget all the time when we need to borrow stuff to bring beer to them. It's good breakfast beer in the morning. The beer that's supposed to have the most head has the least head. It's stupid. Which side should I be on? Left or right? Doesn't matter.
Right.
Right here?
Right.
You're right. My left.
Camera right, sorry.
Check 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Sounds great.
All right.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I love craft beer. I love it so much that I left my job as a cameraman for shows in LA and moved to San Diego to brew beer with my best friend, Aaron.
Now, we're making our own show about beer and all of our new friends and colleagues in the craft beer world. This is What's on Draft.
Hey guys, welcome to What's on Draft. Today we are at Coronado Brewing Company with Ryan Brooks, the head brewer. How's it going, man?
Great, man. How are you?
Well, you know.
Saturday, drinking some beers. Are we ready to drink now? Are we going to go through?
Yeah. Which one should we start with?
We'll go from the lager and then go heavier. And then we did this Negro Modelo, kind of like amberish one, called Adelitas, like the famous spot in TJ. I really like this beer a lot. We're playing around with different lager strains, and we got our hands on the Modelo strain. So you have a little bit of hop aroma in this beer, but some light caramel notes.
Oh, that's super clean. Did you get it from that guy up in Carlsbad?
Nope. Got this from White Labs.
White Labs? You guys are pretty jam-packed in here, and I see you got some tanks outside, and then across the street too?
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough to get the building next to us about a year ago, and that's been all for dry storage. We have some sour barrel-aged beers over there.
Oh, really awesome.
It's probably within a year coming out. So we've got our barrel-aged Old Scallywag, the barley wine, and we've got the barrel-aged Stupid Stout, and then we also did an Imperial Brown that's in bourbon as well. We did a collaboration with Libertine Pub out of Morro Bay, knocked out right into barrels and fermented in the barrels next door.
Oh, okay.
So there was yeast and blow off and shit everywhere. And we just got the building next door over here a couple weeks ago, and we have our canning line over there. It's not set up yet, but it's in pieces next door. So we'll have cannons kind of roll out in March. First couple beers we're gonna roll out is Islander IPA, Orange Avenue wheat beer, and a new pale ale.
How are you gonna do like a hardline pipe underground or something?
No, up and over. Just like we have a new CIP skid over there, hardline pipe up and over.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So all by touchscreen.
That's nice.
Yeah, convenient, huh?
Yeah, really convenient. And thank you every once in a while for borrowing some chemicals.
We always gotta stay friendly and trade stuff when we don't have it.
Yeah, I do remember that like 7 o'clock call. Hey, I need some caustic. And I'm like, I'll get that for you.
We start early. Yeah, safety third, right?
Right.
Look badass, make money,
right.
Safety. Andy at Black Market, he taught me that one, my old boss.
How long did you work at Black Market for?
I was there for 2 years, and then I moved to Australia to work for 6 months at a big brewery in Australia, and I came back to Black Market for a year, and I was the head brewer there for a year. I interviewed with Stone, 9 a.m., and I interviewed the same day with Coronado about noon. 15 minutes after the interview, Sean DeWitt, my boss, called me back and goes, hey, can you start on Tuesday? And I started working at Mission Brewing Plaza, and Coronado owned that for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's where you guys work. So I'm very familiar with your guys' equipment.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me a little tutorial.
It's a very different setup down there for sure. And it makes me look like an asshole. I'm drinking the beer fast, and you're taking your time enjoying it. Saturday, so I'm just hitting it hard. We've got Silver Strand Saison, which is a Saison DuPont strain that we've kind of played around with different mashing techniques.
I think I remember, it was a long time ago, but you guys had one called Saison by the Sea, I think?
Same thing, basically.
Same thing? Okay, cool.
Silver Strand.
Oh.
We did a different mash on it because they can actually change the, we can do mash temp changing, and it brings out a lot more of the yeast flavor than the normal time when we just did single infusion mash on it. It almost has like the Hefeweizen kind of note to it with like that.
Oh wow, yeah. It tastes
so
phenomenal.
real big peppery notes, some floral. We do hop this pretty heavily for what it is, and then there's a tiny bit of coriander we throw into it as well. But that's just supposed to be just a small note.
Bittering or just for aroma at the end?
Both.
Both?
So you ready for the next beer?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do Islander.
I heard you won an award for that?
We did win a little award with that. It was the World Beer Cup.
You also won another award.
We won another award for our barley wine, and with the combination of the two, got us to be the mid-size of 2014. You know, our first medal ever at GABF for Black IPA, and we brewed it once since we won. Barley wine, brewed it once, won the award, never brewed it again. If you win something, you probably should brew it again.
Probably brew it like maybe one more time.
Maybe once. 2-row, a little bit of caramel malt, a little bit of Munich malt, Columbus and Shona because it's the main dry hop in this beer. the Columbus comes through almost in a tropical note when it's really fresh. And then when the tropical notes kind of die out, as the beer ages over a week or two,
Right.
and it becomes more of that sticky, resiny, danky stuff. So, and you know, when you first have your baby right out of the tank, you're like, yeah, this is awesome.
For IPAs at least, I almost never want to drink my IPAs like from the tap because I'm just like, nah, I'll just get it from the fermenter and it'll be
Much
1,000
better.
times better.
So we're spoiled.
Yeah, basically. So a lot of breweries are, selling out or changing guard. St. Archer, Golden Road, Lagunitas, halfway kind of. What do you think about that?
It is kind of selling out in some ways, but it's also kind of selling into yourself in some other ways as well. And if someone came and had a big old check for us and said, hey, we're going to own part of you, but then you're going to get any lab equipment you want. We're going to make this thing supercharged to make every beer super efficient and clean in the same way and consistent. Now, it's hard to say no to having the money to make the beer you want it done the way you want it every time. And that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But these people are also the ones that are trying to screw over the craft beer scene as well. They don't like us taking over their share, so that's the only way they can fight against it. So it's like it's nice to have their money, but they're also kind of screwing you. But we didn't sell out to Budweiser or Miller Coors yet, and we probably will not.
Yeah, and they're going to sell out to each other and become one huge thing.
Budweiser starts out at high ABV, 7-8%.
Right,
and they water down and make many, many products out of it. But if you try that first Alpha Bud, the real strong smother, delicious.
That's true.
So you got to give them a little prop for that.
And choose when to take their money.
If you take it at all.
Yeah, right. All right, what do we got next?
Next beer, let's do the Rye Dog. I used to work at a brewery where we made a really cool rye IPA, and I wanted to kind of bring that flavor here.
So with that Rye Dog, is that homage to you or to anybody else?
No, we have another employee here named Ryan. We call him Rye Dog. We wanted to make sure that he got a beer in his name.
Is every employee going to get a beer?
Yeah, and everyone gets a chance to do their beer.
We're thinking of doing the tush with some ginger.
Ginger?
Yeah, so my face might be on the bottle.
That'd be awesome. Medium-bodied, medium alcohol IPA with Cascade and Amarillo, and we put a little bit of Simcoe in this last batch. So every time we've made this beer, I think we've kind of tweaked the hopping a little bit. Not as intense as Islanders, more malty, not as, like the IBUs are a lot lower.
The malt's on point, and the hops,
Good batch.
Yeah, nothing's overpowering, it's just...
Balanced, very balanced, nice malt character. So once we went from that balanced beer, we're going to go to complete opposite, unbalanced Stingray, but in a good way. It took us a long time to get the hops. When we made the beer, we had a little bit of it, and then the sales team and some of us said, we need to make this beer full-time. Citra, Southern Cross, Simcoe, Mosaic. We had to beg, borrow, steal, trade, whatever we could to get those varieties in the amount that we needed to have to make this beer full-time. So you have that big tropical fruit punch. We played around with different base malts in this beer. We have Abbey malt in this beer.
Yeah.
We had also a little extra sugar to increase the alcohol, dry the beer out a little bit.
Those hops really come through really well.
Almost 8%, 7.9, so you get your buzz on. I'll finish off the last beer here. This is our Sea Lady Schwartz beer. So you get light coffee notes, maybe a little bit of chocolate notes, but it's really subdued. Once you start drinking it, you'll find it's very lager-esque. It's a dark beer that wouldn't scare people, right?
Yeah, that roastiness, I mean, you can taste it, but it's not overpowering in any way.
We started playing around with a newer malt, Perla Negra. Heard of that?
No.
This one's special because they dehusk it, they polish it, so it's just the kernel by itself with no other swag material, and then they kiln it. So there's really no chance of getting the roast flavor there.
So I mean, you just get like that
Just
real
color.
dark.
Yeah, a little tiny bit of roast.
Oh, how's the lab going though?
Lab is great. We've got a great girl that came from Golden Road in LA. She's really great, keeping us very consistent. We're making sure to hit our alcohols perfect.
Where else, other than San Diego, obviously, can you get your beer?
I think right now we're in 14 different states. Quite a bit in the East Coast, obviously all the West Coast, and trickled up in the middle, north, Midwest area. But locally here in San Diego, we've got everywhere from Avon's grocery store. I just found out we're selling our beer in Walmart. It's cold in Walmart. Most good beer bars and bottle shops will have something from us.
All right, well, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. I know you got to get back to work. Fuck yeah, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Don't forget to use the promo code What's on Draft, $20 off of your first Uber ride. That wasn't weird at all. Don't.
See, it's kind of hard, right?
It's hard. That's hard to think. Don't forget to use promo code What's on Draft for your next 20%. Not 20%. F***ing A. Should had a lot more beers before this interview and make it really funny.
We can
really
just keep on going.
Now it's just getting fun. Now I heard I did it so many times. Now you got this.
All right, I'll try it. Don't forget to use our promo code What's on Draft for your first Uber ride free. I'll do that again.
Be sure to use our What's on Draft promo code for $20 off your first Uber ride, and we'll see you next Monday.
Should probably just use that.
Dang, you did it all perfect.
All right, guys, see you next Monday.
Hey, good job.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Fun.